The final item on the latest big release for the Creation Club is the Nuka-Cola Collector Workshop. Quench your thirst for interior design! Complete this pack's quest and unlock an all-new house and a full collection of Nuka-Cola themed workshop items created by Eleonora. Creation obtained through quest and appears in workshop mode. This sucker is selling for 500 credits. Is it worth it? Let's find out. The next time we arrive in the Commonwealth, we're given the quest Carbonated Concerns. Find the new Cafe Hola Diner. Our Pip-Boy sends us to downtown Boston. On the outskirts of Swan's Pond, we find a staircase flanked by pink flamingos leading to a sandwich board. Refreshing Nuka-Cola served here. On the table nearby, we find a few bottle caps and a note. Ellie's supply run note. Out on supply run. Went to Prost Bar. Back soon, Ellie. We see a red door, and this is New Cafe Hola.
Only opens with a key.
Well, looks like this Ellie must have the key, and we know exactly where she went. Prost Bar. Heading that way, upon entry, oh no, we find a body lying on the ground at the base of the jukebox. This is the corpse of Ellie, and on her body is the key to the New Cafe Hola. And also, one of the many unique outfits that comes with this creation, the Scavenger's Nuka-Cola outfit. What a nice little surprise. On a side note, I worry about setting future creations in popular locations. The Prost Bar, for example, is centrally located right by Swan's Pond. It's one of those places where everyone has been. There's not a lot of lore here in the vanilla game to interfere with, but I fear that if too many more people start to set their creations at places like the Prost Bar, things could get a little confusing and complicated, and this is a good example. We found Ellie's corpse in yesterday's video because we had to come here to Prost Bar for the anti-material rifle quest. People who installed both creations may have found Ellie's corpse before ever finding the note outside the cafe. This could lead to confusion, or it could cause creations in the future to interfere with each other. This is something that should be caught by Bethesda during their QA process before they publish it to the Creation Club. In the future, it may be best if Creation Club authors set their creations in far-off, very minor locations. But anyway, back to the quest. Now that we have the key, we can return to the new Cafe Hola. Inside, we find a beautiful Nuka-Cola themed cafe. This is our brand new player home. This isn't a settlement, and so it doesn't have all of the bells and whistles of a settlement. For example, we can't send a provisioner here. But just like Home Plate in Diamond City, it's a fully functional player home. Eleonora has crafted hundreds of new Nuka-Cola themed items, many of which we find on display in this player home. If we take a look at the shelf behind the counter, we find two more new outfits: an armored Nuka-Cola outfit and a Nuka-Cola t-shirt and leather pants outfit. She included 6 new outfits in total. The other 3 are available from merchants throughout the Commonwealth. But don't worry, I'll show off all 6 new pieces of clothing in a bit. This player home is chock full of amazing details. But even if you're not a big Nuka-Cola fan, it's a wonderful little player home. She made it so that you can scrap everything. Every piece of furniture, every decoration, turning it into a bare-bones, brick-walled little home. It's great for a player who doesn't want a settlement to be his or her player home, but also doesn't want to be right in the middle of things in downtown Diamond City. This player home is still centrally located, right next to Swan's Pond, but it's very private. And it's safe for storage. Settlers aren't going to be taking your things, and all of the containers are safe. The downstairs appears to be a bit of a refurbished diner, and the living quarters are upstairs. It comes complete with a bathroom and laundry nook, a beautiful antique Nuka-Cola refrigerator, and a tiny bedroom and office. On the office desk, we find a new magazine. Ellie's Notes, Secret, Do Not Touch. Ellie's Notes on All Things Nuka. 2nd of May, 2286. New notebook for my new collection, and a fresh start. A few friends and I headed west along the caravan routes to Boston. And now here I am, in an absolutely amazing diner. I think we'll stay for a while. I've already made myself at home. It's a wonder that the place hasn't been looted clean. People I met in Diamond City told me to stay away from the pond. Not sure what Swan is, but I'm not too keen on finding out. 21st of June, 2286. I've heard rumors that Nuka World has turned into a trade hub of sorts. I'd like to visit one day. The hike over the mountains can't be that bad. I've got a killer blister on my left foot, so a trip will have to wait. 5th of December, 2286. Got a letter from my sister. She's heading to Nuka World sometime after the new year. Not sure what her plan is, but I'll have to try and make it to her. 18th of March, 2287. Returned from Nuka World, full of raiders. Scary. No sign of Sis. Well, I think we know what happened to her sister, and I think she probably knew too. We don't find any trace of her sister in Nuka World, mainly because the Creation Club creations need to be independent, just in case someone installs it, for example, who doesn't have Nuka World. It would be a big bummer to download and install this creation only to find out that you're missing out on half of it because you had to have Nuka World installed too. 22nd of July, 2287. Raiders came to pay a visit. I gave them most of what I had to leave us alone. Who knows when they'll show up again? Maybe we can stay safe if we can attract a friendlier kind of attention. I could get the diner running again, but who would venture out to the commons to grab a bite to eat? Traveling to Quincy next week to trade for anything that could keep us safer out here. So that's why it looks like a recently decorated diner. She dressed the place up to try and turn it into a functioning restaurant in the hopes of attracting more patrons who might scare the raiders away. But sadly, she met her end at the Prost Bar, and it looks like any friends she had living with her here have abandoned her. After reading this note, we complete Carbonated Concerns, and the new Café Hola now appears as a fast travel marker on our Pip-Boy map. Just like Home Plate, we can fast travel to and from it, and we don't have to leave the player home to do so. Like Home Plate, the new Café Hola is powered by a fuse box that provides 100 electricity, but it actually has an extra one, so this home has 200 electricity. There's one fuse box downstairs and then one fuse box upstairs, allowing you to wire the home up any way you wish. I'll go over the new outfits and costumes last, but first, let's explore the new workshop items. This creation comes with over 100 new items that we can build using the Settlement Workshop. Eleonora has neatly organized everything in its own Creation Club navigation folder, but many of these items are also dispersed throughout the rest of the workshop build menu. Lights in the light section, for example. Now, Eleonora published her own video where she showed off everything in the workshop. You can click here to watch her video, where she'll explain everything in her own words. But I whipped up a quick demonstration to show you everything that we find here. First, we find a bunch of new floor tiles that look like a cafe diner. Here are all of the single tile floors. We have a teal and white, black and red, white and red, and then purple and orange. Then she also created the second story floor tiles. I snapped them up here, and they come in all of the same colors. And then she's got a cement foundation version of each floor tile, which I put over here, in all of the same colors. Then she included a bunch of decorations. I tried to organize them. Here's the furniture section. As you can see, we have red and blue couches, or teal couches, and each of these have different pillows on them. These have different colored pillows, 2 pillows there, and then a version with 3 pillows each. And then there are single chairs, a red chair and a teal chair with their own pillows. Then she included all of the pillows individually. You can put them on the ground, or if you have Place Everywhere installed, you can put them on a bed. Then, I really like these, she included 3 different sandwich boards in case you wanted to use this creation to make your own cafe. We saw this one outside the new Café Hola. And then here's a menu: Nuka-Cola 20 caps, Nuka Cherry 35 caps, Rum and Nuka 80 caps, the Thirst Zapper, I wonder what that is, 120 caps, wow. That must really get you tipsy. And then we've got a Nuka-Cola bottle artwork. Heading upstairs, here's the boudoir. We've got 3 brand new beds, a Nuka-Cola Quantum themed bed, and then 2 Nuka Girl themed beds, each with a little bit different artwork. One holding the Thirst Zapper, and the other holding a Nuka-Cola. What I really love is that she included a whole bunch of new rugs. And they're not just reskinned versions of the rugs that we already have in the vanilla build menu, but they have completely new shapes, like this one, a huge circular Nuka-Cola rug. We've got a Nuka-Cola Quantum in purple and orange, a square Nuka-Cola round logo. Here's a different color with a gray background, and this one would make the Atom Cats happy. We've got a checkered background. Then we've got these hallway rugs, these really thin hallway rugs, which I really like. That comes in useful. And then a few more versions of the Nuka-Cola rugs up there. Now, over here we've got containers. There are 4 new containers that I could find, including this pristine refrigerator, this antique refrigerator that we saw in the player home. There's a Nuka-Cola themed lunch pail, a suitcase, and a steamer trunk. Before I go this way, let me show you over here. Almost forgot, up here we've got the diner tile set, or the diner collection. Back here we've got some reskinned diner chairs. Notice that she repaired the ripped faux leather on the back of that. So they're not ugly and ripped and horrible. These are completely repaired, and she's got a big Nuka-Cola logo emblazoned upon them, and they snap together. Then we've got these barber chairs, which now look like wonderful diner chairs, a Quantum-themed and Nuka-Cola-themed one, 2 circular tables, Quantum and Cola-themed, and then 2 square tables, red and blue. 2 of these reskinned trash cans, no longer that mustard yellow ugly looking one. We've got a blue and red yellow Nuka-Cola, and then 3 brand new chairs. 2 that are red with Nuka-Cola, 1 that's got the checkers on it, and then 1 Nuka-Cola Quantum chair. Moving back over here, these plants are pretty great. We've got 5 new potted plants. 6. Oh, I just realized that I missed one. There's a 6th potted plant that I couldn't show you here because I forgot that this character never sided with the Brotherhood of Steel, so I never got onto the Prid one and never discovered the experimental plant there. So that's one unique feature. She gave us the experimental plant as a potted plant, but you only get it if you found it on the Prid one, which of course makes sense. This character hadn't, so yeah, I can't show it to you here. But all of the others are in these nice big cups, and the pots are variously Quantum or Nuka-Cola themed. Then here is a selection of working Nuka-Cola lamps that we can switch on and off. The lamps itself are a bottle, and the lampshade is different for each one. A regular Nuka-Cola bottle with a checkered shade, a Nuka-Cola cherry bottle with an orange and red shade, and a Quantum bottle with a Quantum-colored shade. And this is probably one of my favorite parts. We get these brand new statues that we can craft from the settlement build menu. Each one is a little different. There are a total of 5, and they're called Vault-Tec crossover promotional items to tie it into the lore of the world. So presumably, Vault-Tec partnered with Nuka-Cola to craft these little figurines for sale, which is why the Vault Boy is wearing the shirt over a Vault suit. She also included these as Easter eggs in the world. So spoiler alert, if you want to go hunt for them yourselves, you may want to skip ahead a bit. I'll show you where you can find each one. One is located in Green Tech Genetics. We find it in that little alcove near the top of the tower right before we meet the synth.
Hell yeah.
The next one is at the Vault-Tec regional headquarters. We find this one at the top of the tower in the manager's office, right next to his terminal.
Perfect.
The next one is at Prost Bar. It's inside the manager's office on a filing cabinet.
Nice.
The next one is at the DB Technical High School. Looks like Bosco found this and kept it as part of his personal collection. We find it on a table next to his throne.
Bingo.
And the final one is at Fallon's. We find this at the very top floor in that boutique clothing store. It's in that strange hexagonal room where we find a copy of La Coiffe and the End of Dungeon steamer trunk.
There we go.
The figurines we find in the world don't give us any perks or stat bonuses or anything. They're just fun Easter eggs to go and find. Then she's got a bunch of wall decorations, a whole lot of them as you can see. We'll start with clocks. She gave us a selection of 4 wall clocks to choose from, all of them Nuka-Cola themed, one with quantum colors, one with Nuka-Cola cherry colors, and this is what I think I'm most excited about, a selection of curtains. Finally, we can put curtains in our settler homes. She gave us 3 different types and 3 colors for each type. There are single pane curtains. Here we've got a orange and red gradient with stripes, a purple and blue gradient, quantum themed, and then another orange and red gradient, but this time without the stripes. Then she has all of these as a double pane in each of the different colors, and then here's a double pane wide. Notice that these curtains are exactly the same as these, only they're set further apart for wider windows. Then she has some flags, Nuka Cherry, Nuka-Cola, Nuka Quantum, and Nuka World. And some posters. Well, these are framed wall art. I ran out of room, so I put some over here. Here's the Quantum framed wall art. These are all completely original. She made them just for this. A cherry piece of framed wall art. And then we see some art that we recognize. There's the Nuka Girl again. And then over here, we've got 3 more of these framed pieces of wall art, and these are also familiar. We've got the Nuka Girl again, in a variety of her poses, and then some Nuka-Cola themed power armor. Then she's got these large framed paintings or billboards, and they're of course all Nuka-Cola themed, with the Nuka Girl prominently on display. So there you go, that's all of the new settlement build items I found with this creation, over 100 different unique pieces that we can't find anywhere else. But now let's talk a bit about the costumes. There are a total of 6 new costumes that come with this DLC, 3 of which we found during the quest to get the new Cafe Hola. The great news is that yes, they are compatible with Ballistic Weave. We can upgrade them all the way to Mark V. First, there's the Armored Nuka-Cola outfit. Before upgrading it with Ballistic Weave, it has 15 ballistic damage resistance, 2 energy resistance, and 2 radiation resistance. And it grants us +1 to Charisma and +1 to Endurance. And here's what it looks like. It's a black t-shirt with Nuka-Cola emblazoned on the chest, brown leather pants, I think that's leather, and then scrap armor on the wrists, thigh, and shins. On the back, we find the words, "Have a nuke." And we see that the belt has little satchels for ammunition and other goodies. Then there's my favorite, the Scavenger's Nuka-Cola outfit. Before Ballistic Weave, this gives us 5 ballistic damage resistance, 2 energy resistance, 2 radiation resistance, 1 charisma, and 1 endurance. This one consists of a Nuka-Cola t-shirt on top of a checkered work shirt. She also has a ratty skirt over some leggings. It even comes with some spats on the boots, which I thought was a great touch. It has a scarf on the shoulders and neck, and a traveling bag with a Nuka-Cola badge on the bag. Then there's the Nuka-Cola t-shirt and leather pants. 2 ballistic damage resistance, 2 energy resistance, 2 radiation resistance, and 1 charisma with 1 endurance. This one has a red vest over a Nuka-Cola shirt with a gray scarf and a leather belt. We find some ripped and holy leather black pants and some rough-looking black leather boots. On the back of the vest, we see the Nuka-Cola symbol, and the belt has a few pockets for carrying ammunition and everything else we need. The first of the last 3 costumes, which we can purchase from vendors, is the Nuka-Cola t-shirt and cargo pants. It has the same stats as the version with the leather pants. This one, however, is missing the vest and the scarf. Instead, we just see the Nuka Girl t-shirt and cargo pants with pockets in place of the leather pants, but it has the same belt and boots. Then there's the Armored Nuka-Cola Quantum outfit, and I think this one has the best scavenger feel. It has a purple Nuka-Cola Quantum t-shirt on top of some scavenger rags. Then we've got blue jeans tucked into some socks and shin-high untied boots, and then she has some minor armor on the shoulder, wrist, thigh, and knee. This one comes with a traveler bag that's a bit smaller, more like a little rear satchel. And finally, there's the Nuka-Cola vest and jeans, with 15 ballistic damage resistance, 10 energy, 10 radiation, 1 charisma, and 1 endurance. This one has a cut-off leather black vest on top of a burgundy long-sleeve shirt with another white undershirt beneath it. Talk about dressing in layers. It also has a bit of a spiked dog collar. It has leather wrist armor with chains wrapped around the wrists. And then I think those are leather pants tucked into the socks and boots, with another bullet-lined leather belt. On the back, we see the Nuka girl. The quality is great, considering all 6 of these came unadvertised as extras with the creation. I, for one, am really pleased. And that is the whole creation. Top-notch quality, as we've come to expect from Eleonora, but is it worth 500 credits? Well, that of course is a value call on a case-by-case basis. For someone not into settlement building, no, I wouldn't spend that money on this. But if you're really into settlement building and you've been dying to create a Nuka-Cola themed diner, then this is really hard to pass up, making it totally worth the price. Not for everyone, but essential for some. I like the little quest that came with it to try and tie it into the lore of the world. I don't expect too much lore from Settlement Creations, just like we really didn't expect any lore with Contraptions Workshop or Wasteland Workshop. The lore we got made sense, fit into the world, and I'm grateful for it. But what are your thoughts? Were you excited to move right into your new Cafe Hola? Do you think it's a worthy replacement for the home plate player home in Diamond City? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I publish many videos each week on a wide range of topics spanning all of the games, so if you want to make sure you don't miss my next video, be sure to subscribe and to click that bell notification button. If interested, you can check out my shirt shop where I sell a bunch of shirts and other items with custom designs you can't find anywhere else. My shirts come in a variety of both men's and women's sizes and in a wide array of colors. You can also find them on other things like smartphone cases, mugs, prints, posters, etc. So if interested, you can find a link to my shop in the description below, or you can click here. If you like what I do and you want to support me in a more personal way, consider becoming one of my patrons on Patreon. But more than anything, I'm just so glad you're here watching this video with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon this week with the continuation of our series on Nuka World.